Hey guys, so today is Tuesday, January 11th. Well, not really, because today is the 11th, but you're going to be watching this on the 12th. Hopefully, you're going to be watching this on the 12th. And so you all need to go into classwork. And yesterday, you should have done the New Year's resolution assignment. Today, you're going to do the history investigation, okay? You will find after I finish this video, the video will be attached, so there will be 3 things here listed. And so first thing you need to do is pull up both of these assignments, okay? I'm going to go through the PowerPoint with you and kind of help you. Today is just an investigation. Notice it says history investigation of medieval Europe. Okay, so these are things that you may not know at all. Okay, but you are guessing, you are putting what you see. What may you notice? What do you think about that? Okay, so here is your assignment. What you're going to do, and I'll talk a little bit more about it in a second. You are going to be typing in here 3 words that you see. So 3 things that you see from this slide. Then you're going to give a sentence or like 2 to 3 sentences about each of those things that you see. Then you're going to use that and predict something, a conclusion about those 3 things, okay? And you're going to do that for geography, religion, achievements, government, economy, and social classes, okay? All right, so let me go here. So you are going to be doing a history investigation of medieval Europe, okay? Medieval Europe. So you are going to first list what you see, okay? So you're going to list 3 things that you see in that first column. Then you're going to give a sentence for each of those, or like 2 or 3 sentences total, on what that really means. So if you say, I see phone, okay, so you list the word phone, okay? Then the thing is, explain more. I see a phone on Miss Spranger's desk, okay? So then the third thing is a prediction based on that. So let's say I see a phone on her desk, I see a pencil on her desk, and so maybe the first thing you put, phone, pencil, book, maybe you put marker, okay? Then for the meaning or the explanation, I see a pencil on top of her book. The phone is next to it, and she's got markers laying around. So then your conclusion, I conclude that Miss Bringers is a teacher, okay? I know that's just a very basic explanation, but so here are the key concepts that we're going to look at, and we always look at when we talk about social studies content. You may not realize that we're talking about these, but we are. So we're going to talk about the geography, the economy, or you're going to look at pictures on the geography, the economy, social class, religion, leadership, and achievement. Okay, so for geography, you're going to look for deserts, islands, rivers, oceans, mountains, resources. There's going to be a picture that has the lights on it, and you're going to have to kind of analyze, okay, well, what could that mean? Economy, how do people make their money? Okay, what are they doing to make their money? Social class, do you notice that any of the classes are divided up certain ways? Religion, their belief. What do you notice about the pictures that tell you something about their belief? Leadership, how are they organized? How is their leadership organized? And their achievements. So you're going to look for art, architecture, science, investigation, and ideas, okay, for each of the pictures. So you're going to see several different pictures here. So what you need to do is you need to have this pulled up. Maybe you want to zoom it in so you can type on this a little bit better, okay? If you click on the zoom or the plus sign, you can click and that gets it bigger, and then you can click off of it so that you can type on it. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is geography. All right, so if you look here at the geography, I'm going to present it so it's a little larger. Okay, and I am not giving you any answers here. You need to just simply list 3 things you see. Okay, and we're talking about geography, so don't say, oh, I see light, so that means that they had electricity. Okay, now this is showing the concentration of civilizations. Okay, population. Okay, so what do you see here? Okay, so I'm going to go here, zoom in a little bit. Maybe you see the green grass. Maybe you see brown. Maybe you see the lights on Europe. This is Europe. Okay, what do you see here? What do you see here and here? Okay, so you need to list 3 things that you see here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and explain the details. Describe what is the evidence showing or what's it about. So if you put green on the map, what could that be showing? Okay. All right. Then you need to do a conclusion. So based on all 3 of those things, what can you conclude about the geography? Now, geography is probably the hardest of all of those, but that's okay. So what can you conclude from all 3 of those things? Okay. All right. Remember, you can always pause the video. I'm going to go too fast, but you can always pause the video. Okay, so go on and pause the video and finish your first geography. What do you see? What does that kind of, a little bit more information on that. And then, so if you had a bullet that said phone, then you could say, there is a phone on her desk. Okay. And then you could say the information. Well, she probably likes to talk on the phone. Okay. Or maybe she needs to call somebody. All right, so pause your video. Pause your video and go on and do these 3, please. All right, hopefully you paused your video so that you can finish those. I'm going to move on to the next one. All right, so the next one that you should be completing is we're going to skip to economy. I don't know why it's out of order. I'm sorry. I noticed that when we were doing in person, so I need you to go to economy. That's my fault. All right, so when you go to economy, what do you notice? What do you see? Okay, so I'm just going to show this. By the way, you can do this all by yourself. You have the PowerPoint, but I'm just trying to help you step by step through this. So what do you see these people doing? How are they making a living? So you just need 3 words that show what you see. Okay. How are these people making a living? What are they doing? Notice what these people are not doing. What are these people doing? Notice what they're wearing maybe and what they are doing. Okay, so 3 things that you see, just bullets. Okay. Then based on those bullets, what's a detail about that? And then what's a prediction about the economy? What do you think most of the people do for a living? Okay. Remember, it's okay. No wrong or right answers here. And there are right answers, but not really, because this is just predictions. What do you think? It's an investigation to get you thinking about what we're going to talk about with medieval Europe. All right. All right, and I'm going to show the next one. I'm going to zoom out. All right, so now we're on achievement. So you need to go to achievements. Now remember, you're putting 3 things, 3 words. Okay. What can you conclude from, or what can you say about that? And then what can you conclude from all of that? Okay. All right, so now you need to be on achievements, which is the second one from the bottom, achievements. So, ooh, cool. Look at these. So you got this. What could that be? Achievements, remember you're thinking about their art. What did they build, kind of, or what is a legacy that we have now, or what is something that they are known for, their art, their music. Okay, so think about what is this called maybe. Okay, think about what that's called. You could list that. What could that mean? Is there achievements? Like, is that what they did? Is that one of their achievements? Maybe that was the first time that they made those. Notice this castle. So castles is obviously very something you could write down, but also notice how the water is here next to this castle. What could that mean? What could that mean? All right, notice this church. What kind of church might that be? I don't know. You might be familiar with it. Okay. So you look at this church, very pretty. Okay. All right, here's a picture. What kind of painting is this about, might you think? So you could just say, painting, you see the painting, and then you have to, your detail could be what the painting is on, and then your conclusion could be something about that. All right, notice this painting. Some of you may know what this painting is about, or this, I don't want to say what it is. It's not a painting, because that'll give it away. Okay. So then over here, you've got your 3 things that you've seen. Something on each of those, about each of those. You've seen the painting. What about the painting? You've seen the church. What about the church? You've seen the castle. What about the castle? Okay, and then what can you conclude from all of that? All right. All right, then we're going to go on to government. So government here. So look at this government. Look at the pictures. What could it tell you? What do you see? What do you see this guy's doing? What is he doing? Notice he's kneeling. What is this? What are this family doing? Notice this one, the guy is wearing, or has this, he's sitting at like a throne almost. He's pointing his fingers and almost like saying to do something. Well, what could he be telling them to do? And then you've got this. Notice he is not doing that. But what is he instructing? So what do you see? What does that say? What could you predict? Okay. You could read here about the kings. Notice it talks about, just even you don't even have to read it. You can just look for the words. We've got king. Okay. Talks about under our defense and protection, they will live quietly on their own property. So under our defense and protection, so who is our defense? Who's protecting? Who's defending? Will live quietly on their own property. Okay, so what do you see? Okay, what can you say about that? And then what can you conclude from all of it? Okay, so like I said, if I go too fast, just pause the video. All right, so that was government. Now my in-person kids, we only got to this and then we stopped. But for you all, I'm going to keep going, and then I'm going to give you 2 days to get all of this done. So your Wednesday will actually be covering this and something else, but it won't be a whole lot. All right, religion. So you need to go to the religion, which is this one right here, right after geography. So go to religion. All right, you're looking at this. Notice, and let me present this real quick because this part's kind of important. Okay, notice it says blue. Well, what is in blue? What is this light blue? Okay, what does that mean? Okay, notice the time periods. Okay, so in blue was this during that time period, then it grew to this from this time period, and then all the way here during that time period. Well, what are we talking about? Okay, and then it says dates indicate period of conversion in Christianity. Okay, so what do you see? I'm going to zoom in so we can kind of look at this over here. What do you see this is? What? We've talked about this person or this particular religion a little bit, and beginning, which you all had Miss Baker when you all should have done this. After the fall of Rome, you should have hit a little bit on Europe. Okay. So what do you see? What do you say? What can you conclude? Okay. About the religion in medieval Europe. Okay. All right. So you need to make sure you have the religion completed. If not, you need to pause it and go back. All right. And social class. I don't know why I skipped this one. Not on purpose, obviously. All right, here we got social class. Remember we talked about a certain type of system, social class with Japan. It's kind of the same thing. If you look here at these pictures, we've got this hierarchy. Okay, what do you notice? Looking here, what do you notice about this? Who could those people be on the hierarchy? Who could these people be in the hierarchy? Who could these people be? Okay. So what do you see or who do you see? Okay. For example, you could put people working, and then you could take a guess as to what that group of class, so that could be the peasants, if you think that's the peasants. Maybe it's the vassals. Okay, so then you have the peasants, and then you can conclude maybe on the whole thing. So that could just be one clue, and then, so yeah. All right, so I believe I covered all of those. So geography, then we've got the economy. How did people make their money? What did they do? Most people. Government. What kind of government does it look like? Social class. That's one we just did. I guess I went out of order. That's okay. And religion. So go back and watch this video if you need a repeat, or you can open the slide up yourself. And so this will be Tuesday's assignment. Wednesday, you will have some time to do this along with one other assignment. All right, guys, no Google Meet. Hopefully you already know that. Bye.